The moment Bruno Mars and Karol G appeared together in Los Angeles, the atmosphere changed instantly. What looked like another celebrity moment quickly turned into one of the most talked about music stories, as fans began connecting the unexpected appearance to their highly anticipated collaboration. Still, within moments, social media was flooded with reactions, clips, reposts, and questions about what exactly Bruno Mars and Karol G had planned. Bruno Mars is no stranger to turning a stage into an unforgettable event, and Karol G has become one of the biggest Latin music stars in the world. Put those two names together, add the anticipation surrounding Still, and suddenly Los Angeles had the ingredients for a major pop culture moment. Before we get deeper into what happened, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Are you excited to hear Bruno Mars and Karol G together on Still? Because this story is about much more than just two superstars sharing the spotlight. The buzz surrounding Bruno Mars and Karol G has been building for months. Fans first became especially curious after Karol G revealed the tracklist for her upcoming album, with Bruno Mars appearing on Still. The announcement immediately attracted attention because of what the collaboration represents. Bruno Mars brings a unique combination of pop, R&B, funk, soul, and old-school showmanship. Karol G brings the global power of Latin music, reggaeton, pop, and urbano sounds. Their musical worlds are different, but that difference is exactly what makes the collaboration so interesting. And when the possibility of seeing them perform Still together started circulating, fans did not need much convincing to become curious. Then came Los Angeles. The city has always been one of the most important entertainment capitals in the world. Hollywood, major recording studios, award shows, celebrity events, and some of the biggest music performances have all helped make Los Angeles a natural center of pop culture. So when Bruno Mars and Karol G were connected to a surprise musical moment in LA, fans immediately began watching closely. Imagine the scene. The lights change. The crowd starts reacting. The cameras move toward the stage. And then Bruno Mars appears. The energy rises almost immediately. But there is another name attached to the moment: Karol G. The reaction becomes even louder. For fans who had been waiting to hear Still, the possibility of seeing Bruno Mars and Karol G share a stage created a completely different level of excitement. This is where the story becomes especially interesting, because Still is not simply another collaboration between two famous artists. It represents a meeting between two enormous global audiences. Bruno Mars has spent more than a decade building a catalog filled with worldwide hits, while Karol G has transformed Latin music into an even more dominant force across international markets. Their collaboration, therefore, has the potential to reach listeners who might not normally overlap. And that is exactly why every appearance connected to Still is attracting so much attention. Bruno Mars has been experiencing another huge chapter in his career with the Romantic Tour. After a major European and UK run, the superstar is preparing to return to the United States for the next phase of the tour, with the US leg scheduled to continue on August 21st, 2026, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. That timing makes the Los Angeles buzz even more fascinating. Bruno has been in a period of intense global attention. His concerts have generated viral clips, his music continues to dominate streaming platforms, and his name remains one of the most powerful in contemporary pop music. Now add Karol G. The Colombian superstar has become a global phenomenon in her own right, with a massive international fan base and an enormous presence across Latin America, the United States, and beyond. So when these two artists appear together, the internet naturally pays attention. And then something happens that every music fan understands. A short performance clip begins circulating. One person posts it, another account reposts it, then another. Fans start slowing down the footage. People zoom in on Bruno. They zoom in on Karol. They analyze the stage. They listen for vocals. They look for clues. And suddenly, what might have been a simple performance becomes a global conversation. That is the power of viral music moments in 2026. A performance no longer belongs only to the people inside the venue. Within seconds, it can become part of a worldwide digital audience. One fan records a few seconds. Another fan adds a reaction. A music account posts the clip. Entertainment pages pick up the story. Then millions of people who were nowhere near Los Angeles begin experiencing the moment through their phones. And that is exactly what makes Bruno Mars and Karol G such a powerful combination. Their audiences are enormous, but they are also highly engaged. Bruno Mars fans are known for following every performance detail, from his vocals and choreography to his fashion choices and stage arrangements. Karol G's fans, meanwhile, have built one of the most passionate global communities in Latin music. When those communities collide, the result can be explosive. But there is another reason this moment matters. Bruno Mars has repeatedly demonstrated that he understands the value of live performance. For him, a song is not simply a recording. It can become a complete experience. That is one reason his concerts continue to generate viral moments long after the show ends. Karol G has the same ability to create memorable live experiences, but through a different musical language. Her performances are energetic, emotional, visually powerful, and deeply connected to her Latin music identity. So what happens when those two performance styles meet? That question is exactly what fans are asking. And the answer may be hiding inside still. The collaboration gives both artists an opportunity to step outside their usual musical comfort zones. Bruno Mars can explore the emotional and rhythmic textures associated with Karol G's world, while Karol G can connect with Bruno's signature pop and R&B sensibility. That combination could make Still stand out from the typical celebrity collaboration. But there is an even bigger story developing underneath the viral performance. This is about the continued globalization of pop music. For years, English-language pop dominated many international charts. But the modern music industry has changed dramatically. Spanish-language music is now a central part of global pop culture. Latin artists are collaborating with American and European superstars at an unprecedented level. Songs can cross language barriers almost effortlessly, and Bruno Mars working with Karol G fits directly into that evolution. It is not about one artist replacing another. It is about audiences becoming increasingly connected. A Bruno Mars fan can discover Karol G. A Karol G fan can rediscover Bruno Mars. And both audiences can meet in the same song. That is what makes Still such an intriguing collaboration. Now, let's talk about the moment itself. When Bruno Mars stepped into the spotlight alongside Karol G, fans were not simply watching two famous people standing next to each other. They were watching a potential new chapter in a collaboration that had already generated massive curiosity. Every gesture mattered. Every vocal exchange mattered. Every camera angle became something fans could analyze. And when the two artists interacted on stage, the chemistry became one of the biggest talking points. This is where the performance started feeling bigger than the song itself. Because the audience could see the personalities. Bruno brought his unmistakable stage confidence. Karol brought her own magnetic presence. Neither artist needed to dominate the moment. Instead, the excitement came from watching two very different stars share the same musical space. That balance is important. The best collaborations do not feel like one artist simply appearing on another artist's song. They feel like a conversation. And that is what fans are hoping Still will become. A conversation between styles. A conversation between cultures. A conversation between two global fan bases. And potentially one of the biggest crossover moments of the year. But here is the part that could make this story even more interesting. The timing. Bruno Mars is heading back into the spotlight with the next phase of the romantic tour. Karol G is entering another major era with new music and a highly anticipated album. And now the two are connected through Still. That means this collaboration could have a life far beyond one surprise performance. Could become a major streaming moment. Could generate new viral videos. Could create fan edits across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X. It could introduce Bruno Mars to even more Latin music listeners. And it could bring Karol G to an even broader pop audience. The possibilities are enormous, and fans are already doing what fans do best. They are looking for clues. They are asking whether there could be another performance. They are wondering whether Bruno might appear during a future Karol G event. They are speculating about whether Still could receive a major live performance treatment. And they are asking the biggest question of all. Could this be the beginning of something bigger? At this point, fans should separate confirmed information from speculation. A viral clip can create huge excitement, but it does not automatically confirm a future concert appearance, additional collaboration, or surprise announcement. Still, the excitement itself is real, and that excitement tells us something important about the power of this pairing. Bruno Mars and Karol G do not need to share the same musical background to create a global moment. They simply need the right song. They need the right stage, and they need the right audience. Still could provide all three. Now imagine the song reaching the stage during one of Bruno's upcoming US concerts. The crowd is already screaming. The opening notes begin. Bruno walks toward the center of the stage. The audience realizes what song is coming. Then the screens change. Karol G appears. The entire stadium erupts. That is the kind of visual fans are already imagining. Whether or not such a moment happens, the possibility demonstrates just how much anticipation has already surrounded this collaboration. And there is a reason people keep coming back to Bruno Mars. His career has been built around moments. Just the Way You Are, Grenade, Locked Out of Heaven, Treasure, Uptown Funk, 24K Magic, That's What I Like, Leave the Door Open, Die with a Smile. Each era has delivered songs that became bigger than the original release. Now with Still, Bruno is entering another collaborative chapter. And this time, the connection is with one of Latin music's biggest stars. For Karol G, the collaboration is equally significant. Her career has evolved from Latin urban success into global superstardom. She has proven that Spanish-language music can dominate international conversations without losing its identity. Working with Bruno Mars continues that global crossover story. And that is why the Los Angeles performance generated such a strong response. It is not simply about celebrity. It is about music. It is about two artists from different musical backgrounds discovering a shared space. It is about the power of collaboration in an industry where audiences are no longer divided by language in the way they once were. And it is about how quickly one performance can become a worldwide event. The cameras keep rolling. The crowd keeps singing. Bruno and Karol continue performing. Then the moment reaches its peak. The two artists share the spotlight. The audience reacts. And the performance ends. For the people inside the room, it may have been only a few minutes. For the internet, it becomes a new story. Clips begin multiplying. Searches increase. Fan pages start posting reactions. YouTube creators begin discussing the collaboration. And the question changes from, did Bruno Mars and Karol G perform together? To something much bigger. What happens next? That is the question keeping this story alive. Because the viral performance is only the beginning of the conversation. The real test will come when Still reaches more listeners. Will it become one of Karol G's biggest crossover songs? Will Bruno Mars fans embrace the collaboration? Could the track become another global streaming success? Could the two artists eventually perform it on a much larger stage? Those answers will depend on what comes next. But one thing is already clear. Bruno Mars and Karol G have created exactly what the modern music industry thrives on: anticipation. And anticipation is powerful. It makes fans watch. It makes people search. It makes people share. It makes people talk. And most importantly, it makes people come back. That is why this Los Angeles moment matters. It gives fans something to remember while creating a much bigger question about the future of Still. Bruno Mars is entering another major chapter with his US tour. Karol G is preparing for another important phase of her career, and their collaboration is now sitting directly in the middle of that global spotlight. So if you are a Bruno Mars fan, this is a moment worth watching. If you are a Karol G fan, this is a collaboration worth following. And if you love global pop music, Still may be one of the most interesting cross-cultural releases to keep on your radar. The surprise performance in Los Angeles may have lasted only a short time, but its impact is much bigger. Because sometimes the biggest music stories do not begin with a massive announcement. Sometimes they begin with a stage, 2 artists, 1 song, 1 unexpected moment, and thousands of phones suddenly pointing toward the same place. That is exactly what happened when Bruno Mars and Karol G shared the spotlight. The reaction was immediate, the conversation was global, and now, the anticipation surrounding Still has reached another level. The next chapter is still unwritten. But if Bruno Mars and Karol G have already created this much excitement before the collaboration fully takes off, imagine what could happen when Still reaches millions more listeners around the world. And that is where the story leaves us. Not with an ending, but with a question. What comes next for Bruno Mars and Karol G? Will Still become a massive global hit? Could another surprise performance be waiting around the corner? And could this Los Angeles moment become the first chapter of an even bigger Bruno Mars and Karol G story? For now, fans are watching, listening, streaming, and waiting. And one thing is certain. When Bruno Mars and Karol G share the same stage, the world pays attention. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Bruno Mars, Karol G, music news, concert updates, collaborations, and viral entertainment stories. And let us know in the comments. Do you think Still could become Bruno Mars and Karol G's next global hit? The story surrounding Bruno Mars and Karol G does not end when the lights go down. In many ways, that is when the real conversation begins. Because in today's music industry, a performance is no longer measured only by the reaction inside the venue. The second a powerful moment happens on stage, it can travel across the world through social media, fan accounts, short-form videos, reaction channels, entertainment pages, and streaming platforms. That is why the connection between Bruno Mars and Karol G has become so fascinating. 2 artists, 2 musical identities, 2 enormous fan bases, and 1 collaboration that has suddenly become impossible to ignore. For Bruno Mars, moments like this fit perfectly into the larger story of his career. He has always understood that live music is about creating memories. His performances are carefully constructed around vocals, choreography, musicianship, charisma, fashion, lighting, and audience interaction. But what makes Bruno different is his ability to make a huge production feel personal. He can perform in front of tens of thousands of people and still make the audience feel like they are witnessing something happening right in front of them. Karol G brings a different kind of energy. Her performances are deeply connected to her Latin roots, her personality, and the emotional relationship she has developed with her fans. She has helped push Spanish-language music further into the center of global pop culture, proving again and again that a song does not need to be entirely in English to become an international phenomenon. And when those 2 worlds meet, something interesting happens. The audience begins listening differently. Bruno Mars fans may pay closer attention to Karol G's sound. Karol G fans may explore more of Bruno Mars' catalog. And casual listeners may discover the collaboration simply because they see the viral performance appearing across their feeds. That is the real power of Still. The song has the potential to become a bridge between audiences. And in an era where music fans move effortlessly between genres, languages, and cultures, that bridge can become extremely powerful. Think about how quickly a song can travel today. A listener in Los Angeles hears a few seconds. A fan in Colombia shares it. Someone in Mexico posts a reaction. A Bruno Mars fan in New York discovers the clip. A creator in Europe uses the sound in a short video. Suddenly, a moment that started in one city becomes a global conversation. That is the modern music ecosystem. And Bruno Mars and Karol G are perfectly positioned to take advantage of it. But there is another layer to the story. The collaboration arrives at a particularly interesting point in Bruno Mars' career. After years of anticipation, Bruno returned to the spotlight with a new solo era and the massive the romantic tour. The tour has given fans another opportunity to see why he remains one of the most respected live performers in the world. His return to stadium-scale performances has also generated enormous attention. Every city produces new clips. Every show produces new fan reactions. Every appearance creates another opportunity for something unexpected to happen. And now, with Karol G entering the picture, the conversation becomes even broader. Fans are no longer discussing only Bruno Mars concerts. They are discussing Bruno Mars collaborations. They are discussing Karol G's upcoming music. They are discussing Still. And they are discussing whether the two artists could create another unforgettable moment together. This is where curiosity becomes a major part of the story, because the audience already knows the collaboration exists. The next question is whether it can become something bigger. Could Still receive a major music video? Could the song receive an elaborate live performance? Could Bruno and Karol appear together at a major awards show? Could there be another surprise appearance? Nothing should be assumed until it is officially confirmed. But the fact that fans are asking these questions shows just how much attention the collaboration has already generated. And that attention is valuable. In the music industry, anticipation can become momentum. Momentum can become streaming numbers. Streaming numbers can create chart movement. Chart movement can create more media coverage. More media coverage can introduce the song to new audiences. And suddenly, a collaboration that started as a surprising pairing can become a major global music story. That is why every new Bruno Mars and Karol G appearance matters. The audience is watching for clues. The cameras are watching for moments. And the internet is ready to amplify anything unexpected. There is also something particularly exciting about the title Still. Even before hearing the complete song, the title creates curiosity. What does Still mean in the context of the collaboration? Is it emotional? Is it romantic? Is it reflective? Does it represent a relationship that refuses to disappear? Or is it simply a powerful title chosen to match the mood of the song? The meaning becomes part of the mystery, and mystery is one of the strongest forces in entertainment. Fans want answers. They want to understand the lyrics. They want to know why Bruno and Karol were paired together. They want to understand how their voices fit. And most importantly, they want to hear what happens when two very different artists combine their strengths. That curiosity can keep a song alive long before listeners even know every detail. Now think about Bruno Mars' vocal style. His voice can move effortlessly from smooth and intimate to explosive and theatrical. He can deliver a quiet, emotional line and then suddenly turn the entire performance into a stadium anthem. Karol G has a different vocal identity. Her voice carries a distinctive Latin character and emotional intensity that immediately identifies her sound. Putting those voices together creates an interesting contrast. Instead of trying to make them sound identical, the collaboration can allow each artist to remain recognizable. That is often what makes a duet work. You hear Bruno and immediately know it is Bruno. You hear Karol and immediately know it is Karol. But when they sing together, something new is created. That is the magic fans are waiting to hear. And the live performance gives audiences a preview of that chemistry. Even a short moment can reveal whether two artists naturally connect on stage. Do they communicate through their expressions? Do they move comfortably around each other? Do their vocal styles complement each other? Does the audience respond when they exchange lines? Those details may seem small, but they can tell a much larger story. And fans notice everything. In fact, some of the most replayed moments from major performances are not always the biggest production moments. Sometimes it is a smile, a glance, a spontaneous dance move, a vocal run, a reaction from the audience. A moment where one artist steps back and lets the other take the spotlight. Those small details make a performance feel authentic. And authenticity is exactly what fans want. They do not simply want to see two celebrities standing together. They want to feel that the collaboration makes sense. They want chemistry. They want emotion. They want a moment that cannot be replicated by simply pressing play on the studio recording. That is why live performances remain so important in the streaming era. A studio track can become a hit, but a memorable live performance can turn that hit into an experience. And if still continues gaining momentum, fans will likely be watching closely for more live moments. Another reason this collaboration is generating attention is the timing of Karol G's career. She is entering another major phase with new music, and collaborations are increasingly important to the global expansion of Latin music. The international audience for Latin music is enormous. Artists from Latin America are no longer being treated as a separate category of global music. They are part of the mainstream. That change has created opportunities for collaborations that would have seemed unusual years ago. Today, a song can move from Spanish to English and back again without losing its identity. Listeners care less about language barriers and more about whether the music connects emotionally. That is exactly where Still has an opportunity. If the song connects with listeners, the language differences become secondary. The melody becomes the common language. The rhythm becomes the common language. The emotion becomes the common language. And Bruno Mars and Karol G have both built careers around those universal elements. That is why the collaboration feels bigger than a simple feature. It represents the continuing evolution of global pop. But there is still another question. Why Los Angeles? The city has a unique role in the entertainment industry. It is where music, film, television, fashion, and celebrity culture constantly overlap. A performance in Los Angeles can attract attention from music journalists, entertainment media, influencers, photographers, and fans all at once. That makes the city a natural place for unexpected collaborations to create major buzz. And once the moment is captured on camera, the location becomes